Yo, welcome everyone. Bitcoin is still trading at this major volume resistance, and unfortunately most will probably get wrecked by the next move. Let me show you. First, you can see that yes, when we are right now measuring the entire upper price section with volume, Bitcoin is right now trading exactly at the bottom volume level at the value area low. This specific volume level, it is also aligning almost exactly with the anchored VWAP when we anchor it at this specific lower high, and you're going to see that yes, Bitcoin is right now trading at some kind of an area of resistance. But fortunately for us, because of course we have been pushing towards the upside directly to this specific level, our long trades are right now being in a very nice profit. Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP and also Solana long trades, all of them are right now being in a very nice profit. And of course, if you want to trade with us, at the moment you can still take an advantage of the free 10 USDT bonus completely for free only after you're going to register with the second link down below. Then of course also you can deposit because you're going to get a 20% deposit bonus, and all of this without KYC and without VPN after you register and after initial deposit with the second link down below. But also right now we know Bitcoin is trading already at a very important area of resistance. Additionally, what if we right now go with the MACD and also money flow indicator on the 4-hourly time frame? You're going to notice both of the indicators are right now getting, unfortunately, a bearish divergence. The MACD indicator clearly it is getting a brand new lower high. The money flow indicator at the exact same time also getting another lower high, while Bitcoin is pushing higher, forming a brand new higher high. This right here is going to be a regular bearish divergence on the 4-hourly time frame on two very important indicators. Additionally, let's right now also go with the RSI indicator on the 4-hourly time frame. Here, no, we are not forming any bearish regular divergences. However, we are getting a hidden bearish divergence. And what does it mean? When the RSI is forming brand new higher highs, but the price of Bitcoin is still as right now getting a brand new lower high. In this scenario, it's not a regular divergence, but actually a hidden bearish divergence, and it simply means continuation of the trend is more likely. And right now, clearly, when we are zooming out, Bitcoin is definitely still trading in quite a significant downtrend. This is right now why looking for a long or a buying position, even if we do get another push towards the upside, in my opinion, is not really smart. Personally, I'm looking to actually fire a brand new short or a sell position on Bitcoin, maybe even in the next couple of hours. And yes, later in the video, I'm going to share with you exactly at what level I'm looking for a short, and also why, in my opinion, looking for some kind of a short position, at least right now, this makes slightly more sense. Additionally, let's right now also go with the CVD indicator, the yellow line right here. What is this specific indicator measuring? It is showing to us if the buying or selling pressure is coming in the market, and clearly right now we are getting quite a significant push towards the upside. That means higher high on the indicator, lower highs on Bitcoin, and this is right now showing to us that yes, we are getting some bearish absorption. Unfortunately, the previous bearish absorption I did share with you already a couple of days ago on 26th of November did not play out. Yes, also right here we were getting a significant bearish absorption, major higher high on the CVD, lower high on Bitcoin, bearish Bitcoin indication. So of course those bearish divergences do not have a 100% probability that we are right now already going to get a major dump towards upside. However, when we right now try and combine everything together, we are getting bearish absorption on the CVD. We know right now Bitcoin is already trading at a very important area of resistance, and also MACD indicator, money flow indicator, and also the RSI indicator, all of them are right now being slightly more bearish. So of course, I'm not saying we cannot pump straight towards another all-time high. Of course, anything in the market is possible. However, we trade the probabilities, and right now paying attention to all of those indicators, knowing that Bitcoin is trading at a significant volume area of resistance when we are measuring the entire upper price section, definitely personally, I'm not really interested to go right now with a brand new buy or a long trade at this specific area. And this is right now why, of course, I would really appreciate if you smash up the like button, because 1000 likes are really possible. And also thank you for subscribing to the channel. Now, let me also share with you something very, very important not a lot of people are paying attention to. And it's going to be the 5-wave price structure on the 4-hourly time frame and the exact price targets with our Fibonacci retracement tool. So what we can right now say, if you watched yesterday's video, we already went with Elliott impulsive wave, where we identified the first impulse right here. We got a correction, another impulse, another correction right here. And of course, right now, potentially, if we talk about our 5-wave price structure, we might be expecting another push down for our 5th Elliott wave. But of course, what is going to be the target for our 4th Elliott wave? How can we right now measure the exact area where we might be expecting some kind of a rejection from? So what we are right now going to do, Fibonacci retracement, we are going to go from the exact high right here, from the start of the 3rd Elliott wave towards the end of the 3rd Elliott wave. And we are simply going to go with the 4th Elliott wave price targets, where we are right now going to see Bitcoin has not only hit the first target, the 0.236, but also right now we are trading exactly at the 0.32. The next target of the 4th Elliott wave is then simply going to be the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level, coming in at 93,000, or let's just say 94,000 US dollar area. And this 0.5 Fibonacci level is also not a random price target. We can also identify exactly right here another important liquidity level. Why is this level going to be such an important one? Simply because Bitcoin almost exactly at this specific area did form a brand new lower high, which right now means liquidity above this specific high still has not been taken. So I would say like that, if Bitcoin right now does continue higher, we hit our 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level right here, our area of 94,000 US dollars is then definitely going to be a very important price target we should be paying attention to, where potentially it is going to also be my first entry of my short position. The second entry is then going to be a bigger area of resistance, slightly higher, which is then going to be our next volume level. So again, if you watched my yesterday's video, you already know what is going to be my next major price target when we are paying attention to entire upper price section and when we right now go with the point of control, because clearly you're going to see the biggest volume cluster is going to come in at 96,300 US dollars, which right now simply means this specific area is going to be our second price target you should be aware of if Bitcoin does right now continue its way even higher. This specific area, the point of control, as we already said yesterday, it is also going to be a major liquidations cluster of Bitcoin, where approximately 215 million of short positions are going to get fracked, are going to get liquidated. And right now also additionally, what is going to be the timing of our 4th Elliott wave? Usually you want to see that the 4th Elliott wave is taking a longer time than our 2nd Elliott wave. How can we measure that? Very, very simply. We need to go with the trend-based Fibonacci time right here, and we are simply going to measure the entire 2nd Elliott wave, putting the 3rd pivot at the start of the 4th Elliott wave. And what you're right now going to see, we are already reaching the 1-to-1 Fibonacci time that was hit already only a couple of hours ago. And right now, the next one is going to be 1.618 that is going to be reached in the upcoming days. So definitely, where we are as right now, because of the timing right here, we can already be expecting a rejection back down. Additionally, because it's a major price target area with our point of control, with the liquidations right here, also with our Fibonacci levels and the liquidity levels, this of course can also be one of the reasons why we might be expecting a rejection back down. And additionally, as we said before, major bearish absorption on the CVD, major bearish divergences on the RSI MACD, and also money flow indicator. So again, I am not saying we cannot pump straight towards the all-time high. Of course we can, but the reality right now is, if we go with the probabilities, I'm right now searching for some kind of a rejection back down, literally from the area of approximately 94 to, let's just say, 96,400 US dollars on the Bitcoin price itself, where of course personally I'm more interested to fire a brand new short or a sell trade. I am not going to close my long trades right here, I'm simply going to hedge, which means I'm going to be in a long and in a short position at the exact same time. And of course, if you want to trade with us, make sure you're taking an advantage of the free 8,000 US dollar bonus with the SAC link down below right here, because only after you register, you're already going to get 10 USDT, and after deposit, you're going to get a 20% deposit bonus bonus. And also right now, the trading bots on the dip towards downside, if it's going to happen, they are also going to be buying the dip on Bitcoin and Ethereum. And of course, if you want, you can copy my bots with this specific link down below in the description. Right now, let's also talk about the volume and also what is going to be the first important support level we should be aware of if Bitcoin is right now going to continue chopping around at this specific area. So what we are right now going to do, let's go with our volume indicator once again to measure the entire bounce towards the upside. And you're going to see the first volume level is going to be, of course, the value area high coming in at 89,000 US dollars. So this right here is simply going to be our first local area of support on Bitcoin. If, for example, right now for the next few hours, we are going to be chopping around this specific area. Additionally, the value area low right here, the volume level, is aligning very, very nicely also with a diagonal support level. So it clearly does look like if we are going to chop around this specific level for some time, we can still potentially get a bounce at 89,000 US dollars and then do get another push toward the upside. But I would say like that, if the value area low right here and the diagonal level is going to get broken towards downside, bearish Bitcoin indication, and only in this scenario probably the fifth Elliott wave, the last push down, has already probably started. So right now is very, very simple. I am not entering a short just yet, simply because I would like at least some liquidity to be taken in the next few days, in the next few hours. But of course, if we are right now already going to get a push down, value area low and the diagonal level is simply going to be our first major area of support you should simply be aware of, where of course, if lost towards the downside, bearish indication on the Bitcoin price itself. Additionally, what about Ethereum? Because of course, if Bitcoin is going to get a push down, Ethereum probably it is going to follow. For Ethereum, as you probably already know, my next very nice price target for a long trade is going to be the 2,500 US dollar area. However, if Bitcoin right now does go higher, probably Ethereum is also going to follow. So what is right now going to be the next target on Ethereum? First of all, we need to identify the liquidity levels, because the reality is Ethereum has been forming lower highs for a very long time. The first liquidity level is going to be exactly above this specific high. Then of course, we have another one right here, another one right here, and then also, of course, another one right here. So it really does look like a lot of liquidity to be taken on Ethereum if we are going to get a push toward the upside. And literally exactly the same as on Bitcoin. On the move up, if the area of resistance is going to get hit, of course, we monitor the reaction. If there is going to be some kind of a red candle back towards downside, only in this scenario, we can not only be looking for a short trade on Bitcoin, but also on Ethereum, because probably we are going to be taking some liquidity exactly above our lower highs right here. And of course, this is right now why, if you want to trade with us, take an advantage of the free bonuses using the second link down below, because only after you register, you're already going to get 10 USDT. Then also you deposit, because you're going to get a 20% deposit bonus. But also right now, thank you for smashing up the like button.